Hi, today's video is about making a script for your show. I want to point out that you can think of there being three aspects to creating a show: building the puppets, playing with the puppets, including rehearsing, and writing your script. But I think it's important to remember that it's not linear. It's not like you build and then you play and then you write and you're done. It goes back and forth. So maybe we start with building and then we play around with the puppets. That gives us some ideas to start writing. But then we realize, wait, that we need to build some more stuff, and so we start building some more things, and then we change the script a little based on some inspiration from the things we built, and then we play with the puppets some more. We start rehearsing our script, but that makes us realize we want to change the script, and we go back to writing, and it goes through those three things kind of organically to create your show. So don't be afraid, or don't worry about having to go back to the building phase or to the playing around with your puppets and go back and forth with those three things. Now, I also want to mention that you will have a chance to work with your classmates remotely. I think choose a partner to work on your show with, and your teachers will explain how to do that. Or you could choose to work on your own show as another option. You could also recruit family and friends who you're quarantined with to work on your show or help you with your show. I want to tell you that I think of making a puppet show as a collaborative art form. So, as you saw in the last video about playing with the puppets, sometimes you need more than just your two hands. And when it comes to writing, although we think of writing as a solitary act, sometimes brainstorming can really be helped by having more people. So to get started writing, don't just sit down and try and write your script. Let's start by brainstorming. And since I want someone to help me, and the rest of my family is still in bed this morning, I've asked Rollo the monster to come and help with brainstorming. That's great. I'm great at brainstorming. I have a really good brain. My brain is made out of trash, just like the rest of me. That's nice. So shall we just get started brainstorming? Wait, let me show the kids my brain. They don't want to see your brain. No, it's right in here. Let me just show you. Look, I'll just reach in here and oh, look at my brain. Oh, look, that's a nice brain made out of couch foam, right? Yeah, let's put that back in your head. We'll put your thinking cap back on, and get right down to the brainstorming, shall we? Okay. Now, for brainstorming, what I want us to do is just shout out ideas as fast as they come to us. Let's brainstorm around a topic. Our topic will be what do we do when we're at home quarantined during the corona time? Okay. Let me start. Baking. I love baking, and I'm going to write down everything that we say. Baking, making pickles, playing on the trampoline, badminton, taking walks in the woods, gardening. We spend a lot of time gardening. And now let's not just stop with our first ideas. Keep going. Push it further. Watching videos. Yes, videos. Playing board games. Video games. Yes, playing video games. Not too much. Video games. Making puppets. Making videos for the third graders. And still, I'm going to push us not to stop with our first ideas or even our second ideas. There's no idea, nothing that's too outlandish for brainstorming. Everything's good. Keep brainstorming. What do you got? Rollo? Aliens. Okay, aliens. lines. Wild pigs attacking. Okay, wild pigs. A big beaver comes and what do you mean a big beaver? And he builds a dam with his big teeth and okay, beaver. Now, I encourage you, just like we just did, write down everything. Every idea is useful for brainstorming. And then as you move forward, you're going to realize, okay, some of these ideas really work for my story, and some of them, maybe wild pigs attacking, we might cross off. Oh, that's okay. You had a lot of ideas that really worked, but I just think the wild pigs doesn't make sense for our story. Okay. Now you'll see I've just written everything down, and the next thing to do is to take some of those ideas, fine tune it, and before you start actually writing out your script, maybe outline it. You could say, okay, the first thing that happens is the characters go for a walk in the woods. Then they find a baby bird that's fallen from the nest. Oh no, baby bird, and they figure out how to save the baby bird. So you've got your points that you want to hit, and then you'll start writing your script. And when you write your script, it'll be helpful for you to. You can start with describing the scene, what's happening, and you can put that in parentheses. And then your first person speaks, and you write their name and a colon, and you write what they say. And then the next person speaks, and you write what they say. And then there's some more action that happens that's not anyone speaking, so I put it in parentheses, and I write what happens, and then another person speaks, and another person speaks, and another person speaks, and you go on like that. And so when it comes to memorizing your lines, and I really encourage you to memorize your lines. What are you going to make? A 2-minute show? Not very long. I think you guys can memorize these lines. You look at your script, you'll see what your characters are, and say I'm playing Octavia Butler, and I say, "It's a beautiful day, isn't it, Albert?" And then I'll read over my script a few times before I try and perform it. Well, good luck. Work on your brainstorming, work on creating your outlines for your script, and then work on writing your script and memorizing it. And next time we'll be back and get ready to make our puppet show and make our video. Okay.